All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Whitfield, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Under 10. It's free. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Out, 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 out. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now a give, right side. Moon, he'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now is Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it,
weekend, he's got a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First down, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Murray now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
After the sack on first down, Murray. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch it slant. Watch it slant. Watch it slant.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this one is right down the middle. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. On the ready. Recon, 132 fighter. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go. Get it.
On first down, Chambers. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
60 outlaws. Protein spill.
A 7-yard pickup.
Go.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
He can't hang.
2nd and 3. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate.
Here we go.
At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. No. 80 weapon. Check 4. Hey. 5.
Back to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Smooth. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Completes this one to Starks. He finds an opening past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. They'll run on first down. Starts. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge. We think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, back up. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. 43, 2.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Buda Baker there on the coverage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Bravo. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Hey, high 7.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The 3rd down pass intended for Gary Jennings.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go play action here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. These two teams all tied after 1.
43's the mic. Watch the pass.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They run the counter. Whitfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Check, check, 43. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft,
tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Complete. Starks on the screen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Hey, zoom.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
6-6, pull it high. Fresno. Hey, seam 6. 5.
Now Starks. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Murray now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on second down. And Graham's got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds Corey Davis. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, I need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Check safety. Go.
On first down, starts. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Check. Lucky.
They'll look to throw here. It's complete. This is starts. A gain of 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Jam. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 24. Who draw Corker? Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Five. 43 is the mic. Check mic, check mic. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
2nd and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
It's our field. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. The connection made, it's Graham. And this time not quite to the 30, it'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You don't want it. 57's the mic. Watch 57. All day.
Here's Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready. Rip left, rip left.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You better bring it. Hey, Haywood.
Second and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run the counter. Boom. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
To throw is Murray. Oh, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Drake. 93's the mic, 93's the mic. It's a party now. Whip, 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 whip. Greystone, travel. Smooth.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking deep for Jennings. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, starts. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Let's go.
Again on the ground, again with Starks. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Ready? Mike's 22.
1st down, Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Murray has the 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
They'll begin the drive on the ground with Starks. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run again with Starks. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Let it. Look, squeeze. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Big grip.
Toss play to Starks. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
That's it, baby.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 8. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run the counter. Moon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
At the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On third down, Moon. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Starks, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part,
accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A huge play there for Arizona. 82 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they will take a knee here. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And they take a knee. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here.